Hello everyone. So our topic for today is chapter number 11, Transport and Communication. Complete the following table. Transport route. If you have roadways, then means of transport you use can be rickshaw, truck, anything, right? And used for. So who uses it? So rickshaw is used for passenger. Truck is again used for exporting goods, you can say. So who use it? You can say workers use it. And then you have metro. तो मेट्रो का ट्रांसपोर्ट रूट क्या हो जाएगा? रेलवेज. एंड फिर यूज्ड फॉर अगेन पैसेंजर्स. वैसे यू हैव टू कंप्लीट ट्रांसपोर्ट रूट. वाटरवेज है तो क्या आ जाएगा? यू कैन राइट शिप. अगेन हु यूजेस इट? पैसेंजर यू कैन राइट. Okay, so that is how you need to complete the entire table. Can you tell? We have given some specific conditions. In this context, tell with reason which means of transport and route will you take. They are asking your opinion. You have to reach Bhopal from Nagpur due to some emergency. Now it is emergency. So which way you would prefer? You have to reach Kanyakumari carrying the message of cleanliness. There is no time limit for it. Since there is no time limit, you can go आराम से. And आप एक message लेके जा रहे हो तो it should be like the message should reach to people, right? So you can you can select a route which is a little slow, जहाँ से आप आराम से जा सकते हो because there is no time limit. Send the Alfonso mangoes from Konkan to Arab countries. Now Arab countries, so again you will route airways. Indrayani variety of rice has to be exported from Pune to Cape Town of South Africa at low cost. So low cost है तो कोई ऐसा मीन यू विल सिलेक्ट के जो तो फॉरेन कंट्री में पहले तो आपको लेके जाएगा प्लस जो चीप होगा. Understanding? So such questions you need to think that which route would be beneficial. क्या दिया है, क्या काम है, accordingly you can select. Fine. Geographical explanation. You must have realized while traveling or transporting goods, we have to consider many things. If there are many ways and means of transport available, then we can think about those alternatives. There are roadways, railways, waterways, airways and pipelines by which transportation can be done. तो अभी हम लोग ने देखा, right? We can either go through roadways, waterways, railways, and it also depends upon what type of work we have to do and what all alternative I have, right? If I have alternative, then you select. Then you have many criterias. Like if the work is important, so you'll select maybe airways because it is quite what do you say, cheap and क्या महंगा है, right? So you select that. If you have like a little work and it's not that urgent, so you'll select some normal means. You can either select roadways or railways. So you think about various factors, right? Following factors should be kept in mind while selecting the routes and the means of transport. So see, they are showing you the factors. First we see distance, के कितना distance है. Then you will see physiography, you will see the duration, you will see the cost, right? पहले हम लोग cost देखते हैं, टाइम देखते हैं, emergency देखते हैं कि सच में इतना ज़रूरी है या नहीं. Then you see the weather, you see route and means. So all of these are the factors which you think about before traveling or while transportation. If we consider the above mentioned factors, then our time and money is saved during the journey or transport. Traveling becomes comfortable. Transport is done without any damage to the goods. The selling price to be paid by the customer is not decided by the cost of production only. It is decided by the transport cost and the production cost. The transport of freight should be done rapidly and safely. The price of the good can be kept low if the transportation is affordable, right? That most of the times we see if we have ordered something, then they have delivery charges as well or shipping charges as well. Why? Because they have to include it, right? Then only it will be profitable to them. And sometimes if the transport is cheap, then they do not include in it or they give it in a free way. So they are saying us that all of these factor has to be considered while you are traveling. Why? So that It's just that your travel becomes easy. You can go in a comfortable way, right? Transportation is a basic infrastructure. Development of transportation infrastructure is an indicator of the development of the country or that region, right? The more the means of transport is, the more people are sufficient, or the more people are comfortable, the more developed the region is, right? Or the country is. The reforms in transport sector enhance the dynamicity of freight and passengers in a region. बच्चा लोग फ्रेट समझते हैं, पहले भी हम लोग ने फ्रेट वर्ड सुना ऊपर. फ्रेट्स मतलब बेसिकली अपन गुड्स बोलते हैं. ओके, सो बेसिक गुड्स आर नोन एज फ्रेट. Also, industries and markets develop. Economic growth gets a boost. Per capita income and gross domestic product increases too, right? The more the means of transport, as I am saying, कि more टेक्निकल मीन मतलब क्या, जितना एडवांस है कंट्री ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के फैक्टर में या मोड्स ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट के फैक्टर में, उतना डेवलप्ड कंट्री होता है, उतना कंट्री का GDPI, जो हम लोग बोलते हैं GDP, NPCI, दैट इज़ per capita income also increases. While reading a map, we can easily see the patterns of transport routes. We can see the distribution of transport routes in the form of dense network at some places and sparse network at others, right? कि कोई places में आप देखोगे तो there is way more of transport, and कोई में देखोगे there is, but it is in a less amount. In some places there are no transport routes at all. ऐसे भी places you will find. For what reason does a region becomes devoid of any transport route? कि वहाँ पे क्यों कोई transport नहीं होता होगा? Now there are many factors available, right? Maybe that place is not that popular, या फिर वहाँ पे लोग नहीं है, या there is not a suitable condition where you can build. So there are many factors which again depend on it. This question can arise in our mind. To answer these, we need to see the physical map of the region too, along with the transport map. As I said, physical condition के maybe इस condition suitable नहीं है, so along with transport you also need to see the physical map, like the basic map जिस पे सब दिखता है. When we read both the maps simultaneously, we get the answer to this question. Read the map given in figure 11.1 and 11.2 and answer the following question. 11.1 आप लोग देख सक रहे हो, सातारा district, major water bodies and landform. In which region do you find a dense network of transport route in the map? तो dense network of transport route कहाँ पे आपको दिख रहा है? तो पहले तो ट्रांसपोर्ट के लिए ये लोग ने कौन सा मार्क किया है वो देखने का. See, 1 second. Yeah, for figure 11.2 you will see transport for 1 second. What is given? In which do you find the dense network of transport routes? Okay, so dense network of transport routes मतलब क्या, वहाँ पे रोडवेज होना चाहिए, रेलवेज होना चाहिए, नेशनल हाईवे भी होना चाहिए. तो बेसिकली रेलवे देख लो, ट्रांसपोर्ट के लिए हम लोग रेलवे एंड अदर रोड्स. So if you see where it is dense, you will see it in the middle part of Satara, right? Including districts like Vardhan, Koregaon, Rahimatpur, right? So ये जो बीच वाला part है, वहाँ पे you will see more of railways and single line, that is other roads. Other roads तो आप देखोगे, it is everywhere. So if you see नीचे वाला part भी, middle part में नीचे कराड़ है, शेनौली है, तो यहाँ पे you can see. Second, how is the physiography of the region with dense network? के वहाँ पे physiography कैसी है? तो physiography के लिए अगेन ऊपर वाला देख, समझ रहे हो बच्चा लोग, हम लोग ने देखा ना 2 मैप देखने का. तो पहला ऊपर वाला physiography है एंड नीचे वाला ट्रांसपोर्ट वाला है. तो physiography अभी हम लोग ने बीच वाला पार्ट देखा, तो बीच वाले पार्ट में physiography कैसी है? सो इट इज़, इफ़ यू सी मीडियम है, येलो एंड ग्रीन देखोगे तो इट इज़ लो. But when you will see high, physiography high कहाँ पे है, brown area में, that is Bongli range जहाँ पे लिखा है ना, Bengali range, क्या लिखा है, one sec, it's just give me 1 second, it's Bamnoli range, okay, Bamnoli range, वहाँ पे you'll see तो उनका physiography high है, the height of the region. चलो समझा. वैसे यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड बोथ द मैप्स, फिजियोग्राफी वाला एंड ट्रांसपोर्टेशन वाला, एंड देन यू नीड टू रीड द मैप. ओके, बाकी का क्वेश्चन यूल डू नेक्स्ट. Geographical explanation. When you study the maps of physical structure, main roads and railways of Satara district, you will understand the following issue. Okay, what are the issues we will see? The western part of Satara is occupied by Sahyadris and its offshoots, and its elevation is higher. Its topography is undulating, and in this region lies the extensive Sagar reservoir of the कोयना डैम, राइट. कि अगर आप देखोगे, कम टू द सातारा वाला मैप, इफ़ यू सी, 1 second, लेट अस गो एंड सी. या सो या इफ़ यू सी द वेस्टर्न पार्ट देखोगे आप, तो वेस्टर्न पार्ट में यू कैन सी इट इज़ फिल्ड विथ सह्याद्रीज ने उसको ऑक्यूपाई किया. एंड देन यू सी देर इज शिव सागर, दिख रहा है सबको? Is it visible, guys? It's Shiv Sagar reservoir. So that is how you need to read it. When you will see first map में देखो सह्याद्री माउंटेन्स ऐसा लेफ्ट साइड कॉर्नर पे बड़ा सा लिखा है. Yeah, so that is Sahyadri mountains, and then there are Shiv Sagar reservoir in that. Lake reservoir के लिए देखो ब्लू कलर दिया है, वहाँ पे यू कैन सी शिव सागर दिया है. थोड़ा जूम करना बच्चा लोग, दिखेगा. ये जो बामनोली रेंज लिखा है ना, उसके बरोबर नीचे लिखा है. The central and the eastern part of districts are comparatively of lower and medium elevation. So if you see the map, low heights of region मतलब जो green बताया, that is low. So if you see the central and eastern part, eastern वाला तो एकदम medium है, and बाकी सब जो light green है, that are low. Considering the physiography of Satara district, the transport network, next page, okay, the transport network is sparse in the west, whereas it is dense, whereas its density on the eastern side is medium, right. के eastern side पे अगर आप देखोगे, so there is light yellow वाला thing which is medium, but if you see towards the west, it is more of green, which is known as low. Comparatively, the central part of the district has a dense transport network. अभी सेकेंड वाले में आ जाने का, ट्रांसपोर्ट के लिए बोल रहे हैं, तो सेकेंड में तो अगर आप देखोगे तो बीच में जो बीच वाला पार्ट है उसमें ज़्यादा रोड्स एंड रेलवेज है, एज आई सेड अर्लियर. यू मे हैव नोटिस दैट अ नेशनल हाईवे एंड अ रेलवे रूट passes through this part of district. There are many roads networks connecting the highway. You will realize that the physiography, that is hills, valley, river, etc. of a region affects its transport routes, right. कि अगर आप देखोगे ऊपर वाले पार्ट में, तो पीक के लिए देर इज ट्राइंगल गिवन. स्केल देखो, पीक के लिए ट्राइंगल है, तो पीक ज़्यादातर कौन से पार्ट में है, वेस्टर्न पार्ट में है. तो वेस्टर्न में उतना रेलवेज एंड रोडवेज उतना नहीं है जितना राइट हैंड साइड पे है. वाई? बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली द फिजियोग्राफी वहाँ पे hills and peaks ज़्यादा है, तो it affects the transport routes. There is a correlation between transport routes and physiography of a region. By studying the physiography of a region, we understand its accessibility and remoteness. Transport facilities can develop well in plains, while areas with higher reliefs have limits on the development of transport routes. Right? कि जो area प्लेन एरिया है वहाँ पे ट्रांसपोर्ट ईजीली बन सकता है, वेर इन द प्लेसेस वेर देर आर रिवर्स और रिजर्वॉयर्स और माउंटेन्स, वहाँ पे बनना थोड़ा डिफ़िकल्ट होता है. सो फिजियोग्राफी डू अफेक्ट ट्रांसपोर्टेशन. Importance of transportation, extending trade and network, right. Because of transportation you can do your trade easily, and also your network increases. Rapid industrialization, again, right, because जितना ट्रांसपोर्टेशन होगा, जितना गुड्स ट्रांसपोर्ट होंगे उतना इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन भी बढ़ेगा. अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज़, द मोर द इंडस्ट्रीज द मोर नंबर ऑफ चांसेस ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट. रीजनल कनेक्टिविटी के हर एक रीजन को कनेक्ट करता है. यूटिलिटी ऑफ द साइट, दैट प्लेस इज बीन यूटिलाइज्ड. ओवरकमिंग स्केरसिटी, दैट इज डेफिसाइट. मतलब क्या, स्केरसिटी ओवरकम करता है बिकॉज ट्रांसपोर्टेशन होगा, इंडस्ट्रीज बनेगी, तो अब वो रीजन स्केरसिटी नहीं, मतलब वहाँ पे कमी नहीं होगा. ओके, देयर वोंट बी एनीथिंग लेस, सब वहाँ पे ज़्यादा ही होगा. डिक्रीजिंग रीजनल इम्बैलेंस, के जो रीजनल इम्बैलेंस है वो डिक्रीज हो जाएगा. वाई? बिकॉज मोड्स ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट आ गए हैं, लोग आ गए, इंडस्ट्रीज आ गई है, सो रीजन गेट्स बैलेंस. एंड टूरिज्म डेवलपमेंट, सिंस वहाँ पे कुछ अट्रैक्टिव साइट्स हो गए तो इवन टूरिज्म डेवलप. Communication, like transportation, communication is also a basic infrastructure. Communication or exchange of information is an important process in today's era, right? कि मैं वहाँ पे चली तो जाऊँ पर वहाँ के लोगों का मुझे भाषा कुछ समझ नहीं रहा है. What type of information they are trying to give me is not reaching towards me, then it's of no use. Can you tell? Make a list of various means of communication you are aware of. कौन से ways हो सकते? You can either communicate through letters, you can either communicate through mobile phones, internet. So all of these modes you have to write. How many of these do you actually use? Make a box around them. So as I said, letter अभी हम लोग कोई use नहीं करता है, but yeah, phone and messages are something which we use on a daily basis. For what do you use them? Again, as you can say, if we want to connect to a friend or if we want to talk to a person who stays abroad, we use it for many purpose. Who uses the remaining means? के जो बाकी के remaining means है वो कौन use करते हैं? So you have to write it down. In today's modern age, man-made satellites are an important and effective means of communication. The exchange of messages through mobiles, watching programs on TV, getting updates, information regarding climate conditions, etc. is possible simultaneously through man-made satellites, right? Because satellites फिर टीवी आया, and that is how we can exchange information through TV. Also you get a lot of information, you get to know. So even TV plays an important role. Satellite images obtained by remote sensing facilitate study of resources on Earth's surface and help in regional planning. के ये जो satellite images बनते हैं ना, which is obtained by remote sensing, they help you to study about that particular place. वहाँ पे कौन कौन से resources available है वो study करने के लिए वो help करता है, and that further leads to regional planning. In this age of internet and social media, everyone needs to use this system. The government of India is incentivizing the use of online trading, payments, money transfer, etc. Many applications which can be used on mobile phones have been developed. For example, Beam app, SBI Anywhere, etc. Through these communicational facilities, we can pay various bills, sell, buy and carry out our own transactions, right? कि पहले people physically used to go there just to pay payment, but now the means of communication has increased. अभी we have online applications, घर बैठे बैठे आप पेमेंट कर सकते हो. पहले कैसे सिर्फ पेमेंट करने के लिए लोगों को दूर दूर तक जाना पड़ रहा था. So as these technology increases, the lifestyle of people increases and more the country gets developed. Communication facilities have now developed on a large scale. This is not just limited to talking on telephone or sending messages, but also video call is available now. पहले तो video call किसी को पता ही नहीं था, but now we have this facility. Similarly, through video conferencing, we can talk to so many people at one time. Besides the above facilities, means of communication have a few threats associated with them, right? As everything has its own advantages and disadvantages, means of communication too has. Many crimes are happening through internet like website, email hacking, fraud, theft, attack, wars and terrorism, etc. Possibilities of threat like theft of information, economic frauds, attacking important website etc. arises. कि communication easy तो हो गया है, but at the same time we have certain threats that sometimes people do get worried कि अगर password leak हो गया या किसी को पता चल गया तो website can be hacked. So again it has some little disadvantages. Therefore, one should take precautions while using social networks. We should not reveal our information before ensuring safety. We should not put any sensitive information or personal information on social networking sites, blog, etc. So one need to be careful कि अपना जो login ID है या password है वो किसी के साथ share नहीं करना चाहिए या वैसा कुछ someone ask for OTP and something like that. So you should understand कि कौन पूछ रहा है, क्या वो secure mean है या नहीं. These attacks are happening in between various countries. This will give you an idea of the cyber wars happening in the world of internet, right? That cyber crimes do, because of all these cyber crimes happen. So yeah, that is how we come towards the end. You can see the image of cyber war in computer. साइबर क्राइम भी एक फिर बड़ा ये हो जाता है, एक बड़ा वर्स्ट कंडीशन है जहाँ पे लोगों का इन्फॉर्मेशन लीक हो सकता है, चोरी हो सकता है. सो या, कैन यू डू इट अगेन? दिस वुड बी अ होमवर्क. ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड क्या पूछा है. बिटकॉइन के बारे में आई गेस बताया है, क्या है बिटकॉइन वो आप देखो. एंड या, that is how we have come towards the end. As I always say, again the exercise part would be a homework. So yeah, that was it for today's session. We'll see you all in the next one. Till then, bye bye and take care. Bye.